We're making delicious lemon protein bars that are packed with clean ingredients like oat flour, cashew butter, and real lemon juice and zest. They're the perfect no-bake snack for pre or post-workout with a white chocolate drizzle that makes them feel like dessert. Hello, my name is Nicole Bonilla, and if you love healthier recipes to our favorite foods, then you are in the right place. Now you're welcome to jot down these ingredients as we go along, or you can click on the link that's in the video description below, and that will take you to the full recipe with all the details, including nutrition facts, ingredients and substitutions, and frequently asked questions. But we're going to start by prepping our fresh lemon. So I've just taken one organic lemon because it doesn't have that glossy coating on the outside, and I'm going to start by zesting it with my little zester here. And this will give us that really fresh and vibrant lemon flavor. And then once we've zested the lemon, we can cut it in half. And then I'm just going to use my lemon juicer and squeeze the juice right into a bowl. This is as fresh as it gets. Then we can set this aside for just a minute. Now, food processor makes it really easy to mix together our protein bars. So we're going to start with half a cup of oat flour, but you could also use some almond flour, and I include those measurements on the recipe page. Next, we'll add half a cup of vanilla protein powder. And this is our favorite protein powder because it's nut-based, it's naturally sweetened, and all organic, and my family really likes the flavor of it. And I have included a link below if you'd like to check it out. Then for some healthy fat and flavor and texture, we'll add 1/3 cup of cashew butter. And I like using it because the flavor is really subtle and really blends in with the lemon and other ingredients. But you could use any nut butter that you like. And for natural sweetness, I'm using 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And as a binder and some more nutrition, we'll add 2 tablespoons of flaxseed. This is ground flaxseed. Next, we'll add 2 tablespoons of our fresh lemon juice, and about 1 tablespoon of our lemon zest, and 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then we'll just put on the lid and blend it on high till it's all well mixed. And you'll know it's the right consistency when it kind of starts to ball up in the middle. So I think this is just a little bit on the wet side. So to adjust it, we'll just add 2 more tablespoons of oat flour. But this could vary depending on the type of butter you're using, which is why I want to show you how to adjust it if needed. And then we'll go ahead and blend it again. And that's perfect because we start to get this ball forming inside our food processor. Now to form our bars, I've just taken a 4 by 8 inch bread pan, and then I've lined it with a sheet of parchment paper, which makes it really easy for getting the bars in and out of the pan. Then we can just scoop out our dough and drop it right into the pan. And then we're just going to mush it down with our hand till we have it fairly evenly distributed. And then I'll come back with my spatula and smooth it out. Now you could easily double this recipe into like an 8 by 8 square pan. Now, if you could use more healthy inspiration on a regular basis, I invite you to join my email list. All you have to do is click on the link in the video description below, and that is the best way for us to stay connected. Now, we want this to firm up before we slice it and then drizzle our white chocolate over the top. So I'm just going to put this into the freezer for about 5 to 10 minutes while we melt our chocolate. Now, the white chocolate drizzle on top is optional, but I think it's really beautiful, and it's a really sweet counterpart to the tartness of the lemon in the bars. So all you need is about 2 tablespoons of some white chocolate, and you can use any variety that you like. I just have some white chocolate melting wafers here. And then I'm going to add them to a microwave-safe bowl. And then we'll add 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. And then I'm going to microwave this for about 25 seconds, take it out, stir it, and microwave it for about another 25 seconds until it's melted. Now, we don't want to microwave it longer than these increments of about 25 seconds, or else it could seize up on us, and it's not pretty. So after the first round, you can see that it's starting to melt, but it's not quite there yet. So I'm going to put it back in the microwave for another 25 seconds. So after the second round of 25 seconds, you can see that it's nice and melted. So I'm just going to give it a good stir so that it's really smooth. And then we can go get our bars out of the freezer. Well, here's our bars after they had a chance to chill in the freezer. And just lift them right up and out. Now you're welcome to cut these down to whatever size you want, but I found that 6 is a really good bar size. So I'm just going to first cut it in half, and then cut each half in 2/3. Now for drizzling the chocolate, I want it to be able to drip down both sides of the bars. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of spin these around and line them up on my parchment paper. And then we can just take our spoon and come in with our white chocolate and just drizzle it right across the top. And yes, this is very satisfying. And you're welcome to drizzle this however you like. Now because the bars are cool, this chocolate is going to harden up pretty quick. So before I finish all of them, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle on just a tiny bit of some coarse sea salt on top. And this will be a great balance to the sweetness of the chocolate. And I also want to grate on a little bit more lemon zest, just for a little more flavor and aesthetic. Now you want to put this into your fridge or freezer until the chocolate is set and the bars have solidified. But thankfully I have one I made earlier that's ready to enjoy now. That is so good. As soon as you bite in, it has that same texture as the store-bought protein bars. At first you taste the sweetness coming in from the white chocolate and the protein powder and that little bit of maple syrup. And then you get that really earthy flavors coming in from the cashew butter as well as the oats. And then you get that delicious fresh tang coming in from the lemon zest and the lemon juice. And I love that these are made with clean, natural ingredients. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today in my kitchen. And I've included the link to this full recipe and it's in the video description below. And that will take you to my website, gentletummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I cannot wait to have you join me again in my kitchen.